Oh, what's going on, everybody? As you know, we are going to be discussing the SKYREAT antennas, and we're going to test to see exactly what kind of range we can get and if it's even any good or worth purchasing. So first things first, what I did here is you can see we're on Google Earth, and what I wanted to do is give you a quick idea as to how far I was going to be flying this as a test. And we are going to be flying over water, and I had a clear visual sight as to where I'd be flying. Believe it or not, you could still see where we were going with this range. It wasn't too bad, actually. It was pretty easy, especially since I could put my nighttime blinkers on there. So I had some nighttime visual lighting aid. Basically, we're looking at 5,100 feet from the point that I was sitting to the point that I'd be flying. Now, this antenna is supposed to bump you up 5.8 gigahertz as a signal booster, and it can be used on your DJI Mini 2 and 3 Pro, just not the Pro controller, and it can also be used on the DJI Air 2S as well as the Mavic Air 2 and Mavic 3 drone. And again, they're not the Pro controllers, they're just the basic ones, the ones you got to put your phone in. So we're going to go ahead and get this calibrated a little bit so it's not all blown out so bad, so you can, not be blinded by the light. But yeah, we're just going to kind of take it out, fly it straight across, and just kind of watch our signal. So what I did here is the first test is with the antennas on, and then we'll do the next flight with the antennas off. So again, this SKYREAT antenna, I just got it off of Amazon for 13 bucks. Made in China. Don't expect a whole lot. Obviously, they say that it can increase the distance by about 30 to 50%. Now, whether you need to be flying it that far, we know that, you've probably seen there's some videos of the Mavic 3 Mini Pro. And original Dobo, he took his out a little over 8,000 feet over the Gulf out there in Florida. So we know that can get some pretty good range. Again, do you want to fly that far? Do you need to fly that far? That's probably subjective. These antennas, they're supposed to be high quality materials using ABS and pure aluminum, anodized, enhanced texture, wear resistance, corrosion resistance. I mean, they feel like a piece of plastic with a couple of little flimsy rods in them, but it's China and it's 13 bucks. So it's not a DJI product. If it was a DJI product, it probably would be a little more sturdy. So we're at 2,200 feet. We've dropped a bar, 2 bars, 102 feet, 101 feet up. Now, mind you, I'm already standing probably 100 feet up from the water from where I was. So we're roughly around 200 feet above water. It says that the antenna signal is stronger and more stable, which reduces accidents and makes the flight safer. Real-time transmission of images more clearly. I did do a test with this on land, flying over land, not over water, and I flew around a lot of trees. I was about 3,500 feet out. I was just flying around trees and obstacles like that, and it did hold the signal pretty good. I mean, I'd say you could probably have a good strong signal not over water, but with obstacles at about 3,500 feet is roughly what I tested. And that was about 120 feet above the ground there. They are directional antennas, so you do need to be facing the drone. And that's what I was doing the whole time I was flying this. You can see that we're at 4,300 feet and we've only got 2 bar strength. So they say, it'll either boost it or it'll maintain it. Again, you know, being over water, the signal's probably going to be weird. It's not going to be the greatest, but I figured this would be the place to test it, because if anything's going to put any signal to the test, it's going to be water. So here we go. We're at almost 5,000, still 2 bars. Get a little view of the crappy old ferry boat, and we are right there, 5,100, and still at 2 bars. So it maintained 2 bars pretty much from 4,800 on. So here we are without the antennas, and we're gonna just see how it works without them. Now this thing got raving reviews on Amazon by a lot of people. So we'll see, you know, there's a couple of ways you could put the antennas on. So, you know, you could snap them on the back, you could snap them on the front of your, you know, controller. So it may, you know, it may vary how you place your antennas, but a lot of people say, you know, I won't fly without this again. This one really works. And then one said it's good, but not sure it's necessary. And then the other one says it's less of a signal extender, more of a signal stabilizer. Wow, all I can say, holy cow. I mean, a lot of 5-star reviews. This one got a 4-star, says it's pretty good. Another 5-star, it does work. I'm not sure how this guy rated his. He gave it 1 star, says don't listen to the majority of people. He says the signal booster makes a huge difference. I don't know why he gave it 1 star. And the other guy at the very bottom gave it 1 star, says do not buy, waste of money. It did absolutely nothing to add or benefit my flying experience. To tell you the truth, I think it hampered my signal than improved it. Total waste of money. So that's what some people have said about it. It got more good than bad reviews, so, you know, take that with however you want, with a grain of salt. So we're at 1,800 feet, we're down a bar, and this again is without the antennas on. And so far seems to be flying okay. Doesn't really glitch out quite a bit here, you can tell. Now we're down to 2 bars, 2,300 feet. So yeah, it's and who knows, I mean, maybe it works better in altitude than it does in distance. Maybe it was more for the altitude than distance. I'm not sure. I didn't really, you know, obviously you can't really go much more than 400 feet anyway legally, so if you're trying to surpass 400 feet, you're probably going to have more problems than that to worry about, you know, than your signal. So you're probably going to have FAA knocking on your door, sending you emails, leaving you voice messages, asking what the heck are you doing. But yeah, you know, it's a toss-up. I don't really know. I can't really say. I've only flown with it, you know, 2 times so far. You know, maybe you guys will have a better idea as to how it works if you fly with it more, if you want to try it. Again, it's $12.99 on Amazon. I got it in a day. I just thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot, see if it works. If it does, doesn't, it doesn't. You know, 13 bucks, it's not a huge loss. So, and again, it may also depend on your area where you live. You may have less interference, so it may work better there for, you know, surrounding things, antennas, power lines, whatever. So it varies. It could very well just vary between each person and their circumstances and where they live. So that's pretty much it here. As you can see, it glitches out a little bit, 2 bars. So I guess with the antennas on, I didn't have the glitch. I never experienced any latency issues, whereas I did here. I got a little bit of a glitch for a second or two, and that was about it. And I was at 2 bars sooner, I guess, than later. So I guess it helped a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. And yeah, so you know the drill. If this was helpful and useful to you, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment.